It's the home opener for the UNI Panther football team on Saturday, and we've got all you need to know as we talk with UNI head football coach Mark Farley about the season opener at Big 12 opponent Iowa State and preview the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. We tell you how senior offensive lineman Jackson Scott Brown is continuing the tradition of Panther offensive linemen. We hear what defensive lineman Hezekiah Applegate will do once his football career is over, and we preview the UNI Panther women's golf team.